It is Mahalaya Amavasya in the next few days. Mahalaya Amavasya is also seen as a time when our respects, regards and obeisance be paid to our ancestors. What is the significance of ancestors? They're dead, why should we bother about them? The people that we refer to as your ancestors, they may not necessarily be wandering around, hanging onto the trees, but they're living within you. How much of ancestry stays alive within you? On one level, it enriches your life. On another level, it enslaves your life. We are who we are only because of our forefathers. What they learned, what they knew, their skills, their technologies, their sense of life, we have imbibed all of it knowingly or unknowingly, every one of us. At the same time, if you let them live too strong within you, you won't have a life of your own. Do not underestimate the dead, they will try to live through you. This is why so much care was taken, not in any one culture, across cultures everywhere in the world. Certain things were done when people died so that they don't try to live through you too strongly, because if they live through you too strongly, your life is wasted. That is, you will not be a fresh life. You will be sort of a carbon copy of an old life. So every culture always took care to distance themselves from the dead in so many different ways. In India, we developed elaborate methodologies, chose times when we can do maximum in this direction. So this is a time of the year which is referred to as the Pitru Paksha. That means this is a time to attend to your ancestors. You may know them, you may not know them. Up to 12 generations of people are usually attended to so that they don't try to live through you. You distance yourself genetically from them so that this life operates and organizes itself as a fresh life, as a new possibility, that it doesn't become a repetition of the past. So we are right now at this time on the Mahalaya Amavasya in the yoga center. I think anywhere between 20 to 25,000 people will do the necessary processes to distance themselves from their ancestors. They may be dead long time ago. How we handle the dead has substantial relevance to one's life. Whatever your I'm only going seven, okay? Generations of people that we have lost, probably we do not know them, we don't know their names, we have not even seen their pictures, but they're living through us. So whatever learnings they had 7 or 12 generations ago, if it plays out too strongly, you will become irrelevant to today's life. So this complex web of information, which we are today calling as genetic information, karmic information, pranic information, various kinds of things which have built up as a network of information which is functioning in our lives in so many different ways, especially societies which don't handle their dead properly. In those societies, the most vulnerable population will be adolescents. From 0 to 8 years of age, children generally have a kind of a protection and an immunity from the ancestors. They be their own thing, but between 8 and 18, the influence of unattended ancestral, their spirit or their memory plays havoc with adolescents. So a society where adolescents suffer most, it's the best part of your life in many ways, but they suffer most, that society, you must know, has not attended to its dead properly. So this is a time of the year where even if we have not done something in the past, everybody makes an attempt to deal with the ancestral dead so that their influence is limited in our lives. We appreciate who they were, we appreciate their contributions, we have this kind of body, this kind of brain, this kind of learning, this kind of whatever. In all that they have a role, we appreciate that. At the same time, we want them to stand a little away from us so that we can live our own lives. This is important. Otherwise, their influence will be very, very strong. Post-pregnancy women are most vulnerable for these forces. It is very important. If there are such people in your homes, you must attend to this.
This day, Mahalaya Amavasya, is very significant for that. So that is why this Kalbhairava karma and the way of impacting, this culture has deeply invested in this because we saw that our responsibility for a life is not over with the end of the body.
Apart from what Sadhguru said, there are also other rituals performed on Mahalaya Amavasya. Tarpanam is the most essential ritual performed on Mahalaya Amavasya. This involves offering water mixed with black sesame seeds and darbha grass to the departed souls while chanting their names and seeking their blessings. It is believed that offering tarpanam brings peace to the ancestors and ensures blessings for the living descendants. Daan is another crucial ritual performed on Mahalaya Amavasya. It involves offering balls of rice and black sesame seeds to the departed souls. The rice balls symbolize the physical body, and by offering them, one helps the ancestors shed their attachment to the material world. The rice balls are offered while chanting mantras, and after the ceremony, the rice balls are either fed to birds or immersed in a water. Feeding Brahmins, the poor, or animals such as cows and crows is an integral part of Mahalaya Amavasya rituals. It is believed that feeding others, especially in the name of ancestors, brings immense spiritual merit and helps the ancestors rest in peace. Reading sacred texts such as the Garud Purana, which deals with the journey of the soul after death, or the Bhagavad Gita, which speaks of the immortality of the soul, is another way to honor the departed. Mahalaya Amavasya also marks the beginning of Devi Paksha, which leads into the festival of Navratri, a time dedicated to worshipping goddess Durga. The transition from Pitru Paksha to Devi Paksha signifies a shift from honoring the ancestors to invoking the divine feminine energy for protection and guidance. It is a time when the energy of the cosmos is especially powerful for spiritual growth and inner transformation. Mahalaya Amavasya is a time for reflection, gratitude, and devotion to the souls of the departed. By performing rituals like Tarpanam, Daan, and offering prayers, one can help their ancestors find peace and liberation. These acts of devotion not only benefit the departed soul but also bring blessings, prosperity, and spiritual growth to the living descendants. Namaskaram.